Previously on Pay the Invoice.
Looking up at it and I was like, I can't do it. I cannot get to the top of that.
You started hating me what I signed up for.
It's what we as humans seek the most in our life. This time, walk into a local business and get an interview with them.
Potentially getting rejected, I don't like it.
Gonna be a millionaire, this easy.
We'll see, anybody's game still.
Let's go in there.
Talking to a really big advertising agency. It's pretty dope.
Hey, my name is Kat Howell, and about a year ago, I decided to invite 7 budding agency owners down to New Zealand to work one-on-one with me. Over the next 8 weeks, I'm going to be taking them through various strategies to help them build their businesses up and giving away a $1,000 cash prize to whoever can hit those benchmarks for that week. This is their stories, and this is Pay the Invoice. Halfway through Mark, can you believe it? It's kind of gone by really fast. So most of them are going to be getting on calls by this stage. Most of their funnels are working. Some of theirs are still not quite there. But this week we're going to be looking at sales and pitching because that's the next sticky bottleneck, is actually communicating your value and getting leads to say yes and not ghost you in that process. And as part of that, I'm going to get them to do a little exercise to get them out of their comfort zone a little bit more. So week 5, here we come.
We're halfway through. I feel like we've done the foundation stuff, and now I can feel it, like stuff's starting to happen. So I know that this next 4 weeks, we're all starting to get full days booked out with calls and stuff now.
I'd be like, ooh, whoa, we're halfway through. Like, we're already this far through this process. Even in just mindset, I've gone from freelancer to an agency that's ready to scale, an agency that's setting up the right systems in my business that can actually move forward.
So I think it's a little bit out of reach now, but at the same time, I'm still shooting towards like 50K by the end of this. And I think that's more than doable, right? I think really what I need is 10 clients paying me 5K a month or 5 clients paying me 10K a month.
Everything's kind of set up now to scale and to succeed.
We are building a solid foundation. We have the mindset, the strategies, the tools, everything we need. If we can accomplish our personal goals within the 8 weeks, that'd be great. But even if we can't, we have everything we need to crush those goals.
Everyone thinks that their problems are unique to them. Sales is basically boils down to just listening to what they perceive their problem to be, how they perceive it to be unique to them, just listening, and then repeating it back to them with your solution tied in. That is basically what sales boils down to. The biggest mistake that you can make is to do all the talking on your sales call and then not essentially get down to the root of why they're really trying to get the solution in place. People feel like you're actually looking at what they're doing instead of just pitching them.
What are your current sales processes like in your company then? Do you still manage and take care of all the sales? Is that your zone of genius?
I've got a little bit of background in sales, and I think a lot of that healthy mindset around rejection, I think that's been really helpful. And like I said, it does creep back in, you know, the funnel goes quiet, you kind of go, oh my God. But then I just go, it's fine, you know, I've got amazing support.
It's definitely something I feel it's important for me to do for now. And it's a job that I wouldn't outsource just yet, because it's something that I know a lot about. I'm comfortable doing it.
When I started this agency business, I didn't know how to handle calls, so I got rejection after rejection after rejections. I just, to a point that I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm still now, like, in terms of sales, like, pretty inexperienced. Obviously, I have sold, but in terms of like a sales script, like on the phone, like lots of my kind of selling's been done face-to-face, which I find a lot easier.
All right, so this week, guys, your challenge is to walk into a local business and get an interview with them. And whoever's the first that can do that will get $1,000 cash. So this challenge is about putting the group in an uncomfortable situation, something that they probably wouldn't normally do in a face-to-face manner. Practice how they pitch themselves, and also get used to that rejection. Get used to hearing the word not interested. And you go, next, next. Okay, where's my client? It's not this one, it'll be the next one.
I'm not a big fan of like a completely cold approach. Like cold calling and things like that. It's not my thing. I don't really vibe with it. I like to have some sort of connection.
Like my first ever business I walked into, and then yeah, landed on like £500 a month, and I thought, yeah, gonna be a millionaire. This easy. That's me done now. But then yeah, I probably got like 100 no's after that.
I don't like to have this face-to-face interaction and potentially getting rejected. I don't like it.
In terms of like door-to-door, walking in businesses, done that just, I guess, for like finding jobs, which is just like handing in resumes. And my strategy was just to go to the same business and just hand in a resume every day until I got an interview. And that worked fantastic.
I will have the advantage of knowing the companies a little bit, or, you know, when I look through LinkedIn and I see who's working there. But yeah, it's still going to be cold. So we'll see. Anybody's game still.
Today we're gonna go and see a good friend of mine, Mike, who owns Chemistry Interaction. The purpose of today is providing you guys with an opportunity to ask questions from someone that has walked the path and is probably where some of you guys are striving to be eventually with your businesses. So let's go in there.
We're doing this like tour and talking to a really big advertising agency. It's pretty dope.
As soon as we arrived, Mike was just like, hey, who wants beers? Who wants wine? Put everyone at ease. Right away, you could tell the group just softened up, and I could see, especially Lewis. Lewis was just like, you know, hanging on every word.
I joined a very small agency in Bayswater, London, that had an incredibly inspiring owner, and he wanted to do advertising differently. I stayed there for an awful long time because my career grew with the agency. So that's another lesson, which is you're going to have to hire really good people, and you're going to have to back yourself to grow, because if you don't grow, you don't hold on to your best people.
Being able to ask them the questions about the team culture and being able to like dive quite deep into that was really beneficial. It's like, what do you mean by that? And then it's all to do with like attracting talent, keeping hold of talent, being friends with your clients, which is something I found really interesting because I'm quite close with my clients, so I wasn't sure whether or not that was the right move to have.
Because obviously you hit some roadblocks where like maybe you're not sure if you can do this and stuff like that. So maybe you can give me some like, I guess, like personal insight to like how you kind of like had your vision to just push through these barriers.
Wow, these are good questions.
Even at his level, he still needed a team behind him, and he still needed really key people to actually run the company efficiently. And then from what I was hearing from him, he still had problems too, so it's kind of cool to see, well, I have insight to his problems as well, and just kind of know in the back of my head that those problems won't go away, you're just gonna get new problems essentially every time your business grows.
Now, your purpose never changes. So if your agency lasts for 1,000 years, you might change that every 5 years or so, but that is your enduring reason for being. And it's the thing that makes people really, really excited about working at your agency. So ours is to create significant success for our clients and ourselves.
I think it's very easy to list out a load of really kind of fancy sounding visions and values and stuff, but the reasons to believe really ties all that together, so I like that.
This culture, like we have each other's back. Everybody's looking after one another. So I think that's really great, and it's something I'm going to work for my own team too. I will come up with something that's really cool like that too.
Once you get to a certain size, if you don't have your mojo or your call or your why, you kind of lose motivation to keep pushing forward, and eventually your company just crumbles. So it kind of made me want to realign what I want to build long term, like the people I want to have around me. If I want to have like an office, where the office would be, the values I want to have with the company, and then longer term, like what we're actually building and creating.
What was that? Give me your pitch. Give me your pitch.
This is a video?
It's a video, yeah.
This is a video?
Yeah, what's your pitch?
What's your pitch?
I think one of the biggest points that Mike made that day was the idea that staying in your lane. So identifying what it is that you're really strong at and your core competency. So this concept that stop trying to be everything in your business, because the reality is no one is good at everything. And to try to do that will come at your own detriment, and it will slow the pace at which you can grow and scale.
I'm being the spoiler alert here. I think Derek already won the challenge. So yeah, Derek just sort of sneaked out of the office during lunchtime yesterday. Nobody knew where he went.
What did you do?
I went into business, asked them if they had a website, and then basically had an hour-long meeting with them right out the gate. Second business I walked into.
And you asked if they needed traffic help?
Yeah.
And they said yeah?
Yeah.
And they gave you a meeting?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Did you just win that?
Yeah.
Like, don't spend too much time thinking about it or strategizing. Take action, do it. And that's a clear example of what Derek did. Just didn't waste any time and yeah, got it done.
When he came back and said he got it, it was quite a relief because I thought, oh, that's so good. I don't have to walk into a business now and try and get a meeting. So I felt the pressure off a little bit. But then Kat said we still have to do it. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Next time on Pay the Invoice.
Hackathoning, funnel hacking.
He just looks like a kid who's working from his bedroom.
So I had all kinds of ideas about how I could get him back.
This is almost like an Auckland institution.
I liked how we started off at the proper one, and they thought we were drunk just because of who we are.
How am I single?
Well, you're an intimidating woman.
I'm not intimidating.
You're incredibly successful.
Like I'm mean?
Like guys are intimidated by women who are far more successful
Yeah.
than they are. Not in a bad way, but just because like, oh, why would you want me?
But then that doesn't explain Derek.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand Derek.
Yeah, he can sing,
Yes,
funny, yeah.
yes.
We should start a dating funnel for him.